Really, guys? Hey.
Huh?
Eh?
Hey.
Yeah. Hey. Suspicious. What the? Ah. Huh? Yeah. Ah. Huh? Ah.
Isn't that... A lady can never be too careful. Isn't that... A lady can never be too careful.
Hmm? Perfect.
Doc.
Huh?
Hey.
Huh. Yeah. You asked What a waste. Out of the way. Really, guys? waste. Why am I bad? Got it. Hello?
Yagami-san.
What's up, Saori-san? You don't usually call...
I haven't been able to reach Shintani-sensei. It keeps going to voicemail. He hasn't picked up since he left the office after talking to you.
Mm-hmm. And?
Didn't you say the Kyorei clan was after him?
Yeah, he'll be fine. I just wanted to give him a scare.
Okay, still. Could you try him for me? Sometimes he ignores my calls. Maybe he'll pick up for you.
Are you sure we're talking about the same guy? But I might as well. Can't hurt to try.
Hi, Shintani here.
Hey, Shintani-sensei, it's Tak. Where are you?
You've reached the voicemail box of the one and only Masamichi Shintani, Genda Law Office's finest attorney.
Shintani.
Leave your legal troubles after the beep.
The Tojo clan is struck by Kyorei clan gunfire. Kamurocho's disarray only spreads wider. On the surface, the diagram resembles a Yakuza turf war. But in the shadows are glimpses of a construction firm and political influence. And in Yagami's own shadow, the mole's sharp claws claim yet another victim.
What do you mean he's dead? Didn't you just say everything would be okay?
Stay calm, Saori-san. I'm just as shocked as you. But I think the mole is responsible.
Have you contacted the police?
No, not yet.
You should do that right away then.
Do you think you could make the call, Saori-san?
What?
I need time to check things out before the cops show up and take over. Please.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks. Hey. What the?
We received a call from the Genda Law Office.
You got here fast, Detective Kuroiwa.
Shintani, huh?
Yeah.
His name has been coming up a lot lately. He's the reason Hamura walked, after all. Perhaps you couldn't stand his newfound fame so you often?
Huh?
I heard you two weren't exactly on good terms.
Do you greet everyone by accusing them of murder? Guess that's just how cops like you operate.
Forensics will be here soon. We will need you present as a resident of the property. After that, we'll...
How long?
You'll have to find somewhere else to stay tonight at the very least.
I don't have money for that.
Yet you can afford bribing a cop. Fire-based sources aren't even that reliable.
Don't know what you mean.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I had to wait around for the... Is Genda-sensei still at the office?
Yes. He wants to, as do I.
Okay, I'll head up. See you soon.
Yagami-san. Hardly felt that. Fuck you!
guys.
いらっしゃいませ。はい。ありがとうございました。
I know you've had a rough night, Yagami. But if you're up to it, can you tell us what happened?
Sari-san was having trouble getting in touch with Shintani. So I decided to give him a call myself, see what the deal was. But when I dialed him up, I heard the phone ringing in my closet. Shintani was killed the same way as all the others.
The others? Do you mean his eyes were...
Gouged out, yeah. But Shintani's beef was with the Kyorei clan. Why would the mole target him?
I'm not so sure. It sounded like he knew something when you talked earlier.
Right.
Think this is some kind of Yakuza pissing contest, do ya? Come on. The mole is way bigger than you know.
He probably knew more about the mole than I did. And his source had to have been Hamura. Maybe they killed him to keep their secret safe.
But why did he have to put Shintani-sensei's body in your office?
Not sure. Maybe to harass me, maybe to scare me off their trail. Maybe both.
Yagami. You might want to lay low for a bit. It's not safe for you here. Get out of town. Go somewhere quiet. If the mole comes after you next...
Right. I'll do just that, Genda-sensei.
You know, I watched over Shintani since his first day as a lawyer. Kid had a good head on his shoulders, and a knack for the job I could never compete with. But he didn't have the guts to succeed when push came to shove. Not the most persistent lawyer I've seen. Even so, he looked up to me. Guess I took it for granted. Thought he'd always be part of the team.
When I first joined, Shintani-sensei was the one who showed me the ropes. He was a reliable man.
Thanks for this, Yagami. Come on, Sari-kun. I'll walk you to the station.
Sure.
Feel free to stay here tonight, Yakami.
I appreciate it.
What about you, Hoshino-kun?
I think I'll work a little more before I head home.
If you say so. Good night.
Good night, boss. Make yourself at home, Yagami-san. You've been here way longer anyway. Yagami-san?
Sure, let's...
Well, it's about Shintani. Yagami-san. I know you just told Genda-sensei you're gonna lay low, but that's not true, is it? You want to keep hunting...
And if I said yes?
Don't worry, I won't tell Genda-sensei. I want to help you. I won't slow you down.
Looking to avenge Shintani, huh?
He wasn't as strong as he let on. The tough guy act was a deep down, that's why he was going along with Hamura. Who can say no to... And now look how it turned out. I was sitting right next to him this whole time. You know... I'm still young. Criminal, civil, but I know one thing. I don't want to be the kind of lawyer who sits on his hands after his... Which means...
Are you sure about this, Hoshino? Genda-sensei told me that if you're seen helping...
Don't worry about that. I'll defend myself in court if I... Now, Yagami-san, do you mind if I tag...
You'll just tell Genda-sensei if I refuse, huh?
Yeah, you got that right.
Not much choice, then.
Glad to be working with you.
Well, let's get down to business. First off, I have some evidence that may tell us... Shintani dialed this number early. I want to know where it goes.
Right. It's a good thing the killer forgot to take Shintani's phone, huh? This way we can see...
The killer didn't forget. Even if the phone was gone, we'd still be able to get Shintani.
Really?
Yep. I bet he left the phone so I'd find the body.
Huh?
He went through the trouble of hiding it in my office. Probably wanted to cause as much chaos as possible.
Hey! The number got a hit. It's apparently for the,
What the hell?
What? Do you know?
3 years ago, there was a patient was killed. And the man they arrested for it?
Okubo. Oh, wait. He was your...
He worked as a contract laundryman for the center. Every 2 or 3 days, he'd stop by to pick up their dirt. According to the police report, it was thought he carried the body out in a...
Right. But then he got free.
You can stop.
But why would Shintani-sensei have called the ADDC?
I bet we'll find out if we give them a ring. But you should go home. We both need some...
Yeah, we can start fresh tomorrow.
Oh, right. We want to keep this a secret. There's an arcade called Charles up on Park Boulevard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hmm? Excuse me. This is Yagami. Must we?
Yagami-san.
Hmm?
Yep. Excuse me. Huh? Hmm? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hey. Excuse me.
Hmm? Eh? 八神さん。
Mm-hmm. Really, guys? Sugiura.
Kaito-san told me you'd be here. Don't forget about me next time, yeah?
Wish you'd fucking forget about me. Is there a reason your little gang needs to keep meeting up here?
It's so nice of you to let us use your store, Higashi-san. Especially when you're clearly so...
Don't talk down to Yaku.
It's okay, Higashi-san. I think we all know you're nicer than...
What the hell?
Damn, and you're braver than you look, Hoshino-kun. You got the skills to back it up?
Just a third-degree black belt.
Huh?
Not that I've ever had to use it.
Well, call this meeting to order?
Sure. Masamichi Shintani of the Genda Law Office. Given that his eyes were gouged out, it's likely the mole was responsible. And I'll need all of your help to track him down.
The ADDC, huh? Weird time for...
Again? It's come up before?
We can talk about that later. What's important now is Shintani called them.
I think I remember them being in the news a lot. Something about a new drug that could win a Nobel...
Yeah, here...
The ADDC's research into AD9 has now been published. One of the world's leading to the gathering of reporters from both Japan and abroad.
It's a brand new dementia drug. They call it AD9. This was right after Director Kido from the ADDC published his paper on it. They're still undergoing clinical trials on larger animals, but apparently every single mouse they've given it to has... The man giving the presentation here is a world leader in neurophysiology, and the primary researcher...
He's the one who showed me around the center when I was looking into Okubo's case. Guess he's been the director for a while now.
From what I can tell, the Ministry of Health is increasing the ADDC's budget to hasten the development of AD9. They're even adding another building to the center. It's a huge project.
Damn good deal they've got.
I'm still not getting it, though. Why Shintani go and call them?
That's what we're about to find out. And there's only one way to do that.
Come on! Can't just take a man's phone.
First off, we'll need to figure out who Shintani...
Yeah, but how are we gonna do that?
I suppose that all depends on your acting skills.
ADDC...
Hi there, ma'am. this is Masamichi Shintani. I'm a lawyer from the Genda Law Office.
Oh, it's good to hear from you, Shintani-sama.
Could you put me through to the same person I spoke to yesterday?
Do you know the extension you wish to reach?
Oh, it sort of slipped my mind. Sorry.
Why don't you just tell me what the call was about, and I'll connect you to the proper department.
In that... It was about 89. The drug that...
Sorry, but I'm not authorized to...
Sure.
Please hold, sir.
Doesn't sound like you're making much progress.
Thank you for waiting.
Yes?
It seems our publicity department...
I see. No way, it'll be fast.
You think that's gonna work?
Not sure.
I'll come with you, Yagami-san.
Okay. Me and Nagashi will go check out what's going on with the Matsugane fam. Shouldn't be tough with Hamura out.
Hey, I don't remember saying I was...
By the way, Yagami-san, whatever happened to that guy from 3 years ago?
He's in the detention center. Been there since they gave...
Have you ever gone to see him?
No. Why do you ask, anyway?
I don't know. The case got tons of news coverage. I was also wondering what you did you really...
Probably.
But then he walked. You defended him for that, too.
Yeah.
Did you believe him then?
He kept saying the same thing. But I didn't believe him, no. Fighting for him in court made me sick.
Do you think he deserves the death penalty?
That's enough of the quit.
My bad. If you say so.
You're heading to the ADD. I'm gonna grab a taxi for us.
The ADD. This has got to be fatal.
Don't get the wrong... I'm not one of your little butt...
Over here, Yagami-san. I have a taxi for us.
Excuse me. Huh?
Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait a sec.
That was too slow.
Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait a sec.
Huh? Must we? Really, guys?
I've heard a bit about this place before. But the ADDC, isn't it just one part of a larger organization? If I recall correctly, they call it the Medical Institute. Is that accurate?
Yeah. They own every last inch of this campus.
It's incredible. Even with all these buildings, they're still getting budget to expand from that new drug. So? Is it the same as you remember?
Yeah.
Huh? Don't go too far ahead! Yagami-san!
What are you all shaken up for? Calm down. Just stick with me and you'll be fine. Got that, Yagami?
Yagami-san! Try not to just ditch me, okay? Is something wrong?
It's just... After 3 years, it still looks the same.
Huh?
Almost like time itself has stopped.
Yagami-san.
Come on. Front desk's over there.
Do you have an appointment?
I don't, sorry. My name is Hoshino, from the Genda Law. We're here to talk about a murder that took place...
A murder?
A coworker of ours, named Shintani.
We have a record that he called this center.
Huh?
We're hoping you can help us track down...
I'm very sorry, sir, but...
Well, could I at least talk to Director Kido instead? He's an old friend of mine. Just let him know Yagami stopped by, to say hello.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Look over there.
Gentlemen, I really don't know what else you want from me. I have nothing more to say. I've told the police all that I know.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about all this, Director. Problem is, my partner here won't give it a rest till he sees the scene of the crime. But I'm sure we'll be leaving soon.
That's not what we agreed upon. You know this isn't about how long it takes.
And what about Okubo? I take it he's still not fessed up.
No, not quite as of yet, sir. But we all saw where the body was. Exactly where he said it would be.
Quite true. Not much point in fighting this now. The minister has made it clear that he wants it resolved soon as well. Just look at how much trouble one contractor has caused.
Sorry, which minister? I didn't know about this, sir.
The health minister. It's all his call how much funding we get.
Director, if I may, if you would just direct me to the scene of the crime, I could head over there myself. I'll be out of your hair in no time, I assure you.
I'd rather you didn't wander on your own. So instead, she can show you. Terasawa-kun, these gentlemen here are Shintani-sensei and,
Yagami.
It's a pleasure. I hope I can help you find what you need.
Well, with that, I'll be taking my leave.
Thank you again, Director. Apologies for all the trouble.
This way. I can show you how to get to Waku-san's room.
Who's Waku-san?
The guy who died in his room?
Oh, yeah. And you are... Terasawa-san, huh? Wow, you're young. And a looker to boot.
Can we keep this professional?
Huh?
Nice try, Shintani-sensei.
Not the friendliest girl in town, huh?
We're not exactly welcome guests here.
After I busted my ass to...
Right this way, please. Straight ahead is the ADDC's general ward. Waku-san's room is on the 4th floor. This was the room assigned to Waku-san.
What's down there?
That's the research wing, where they develop all our new drugs.
Oh.
You can't get in without a gold key card, though. Not even I have one.
Gold, huh?
I suppose because it's the heart of the center's operations.
Huh. Sounds like it's a whole nother world back there. Security like, come on, Yagami.
Before he died, Waku-san spent most of his time in here.
And when was he admitted?
2 years ago.
Some kind of dementia.
Alzheimer's is a neurodegenerative disease. In fact, it's the cause of almost 70...
So, there one... Anyway, do what you...
Uh-huh. Has anyone else slept here since Waku-san?
Nobody, no.
And Waku-san was missing from his room the morning of the incident, yes?
That's right.
So, he was murdered here.
I can't say for sure.
Hey. What the? Suspicious. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. The window's sealed shut. There's no way Walker's... Suspicious. All the rooms have windows like this, right? Seems like people would notice if something was going on in here.
Well, we only have so many employees in this. The halls stay fairly busy, but it's mostly dementia patients moving between appointments.
I see. I wonder how the room...
You got all you need from here, yeah?
I think so. You can definitely see what's going on from out here. Shintani-sensei, can you lay on the bed for me?
I guess so. Care to join me, Terasawa-san? What do you got to lose? It was a joke.
So from this vantage point, you can't make out the person's face.
So, was this the colossal waste of time I knew it'd be?
Nope. I got something. I don't...
Does it matter? It's been days. Shinpei Okubo is guilty of...
Well, according to him, he's...
Of course, that's what he says. You want to review the case?
Sure. Let's go over...
Whatever you want. All right. Here we go. Our victim was the patient staying in this room at 8:30 a.m. on the morning of the crime. Given Waku's degenerative state, they assumed he was wandering, but after being unable to track him down, hospital staff...
Right.
You know what a dementia patient's like, though. Hard to imagine that the only conclusion then was that somebody must... After inspecting all the cars that came in and out of the center, they were left a laundryman by the name of Shinpei Okubo. It didn't take much prodding for Okubo to confess, burying Waku's body out in the mountains. And lo and behold, 3 months after Waku disappeared, the cops found his body rotting away right where Okubo said it'd be. Cause of death was most likely suffocation, but they still don't know for sure. Any objections to this so far, Yagami-sensei?
Actually, yeah. You're forgetting something.
And what's that?
Okubo-kun insists he didn't kill anyone. All he admits to is dumping the body.
Oh, sure. But come on, Yagami. Guy's got a history of assault, and it's on record. Roughed up his girlfriend. Accidentally broke her finger.
Right, but that was over 6 years ago. He was just a kid. Got drunk, made a huge mistake.
And what? It's okay for a kid to hit a woman?
Of course not. But that's not what he's on trial for.
True.
I don't condone what he did. But legally, committing one crime doesn't mean you're guilty of another.
Fine. But what about Okubo's shaky alibi? He said he left the center at 10 a.m. after grabbing the sheets from the general ward. Claimed Waku-san's corpse somehow got loaded into his truck. Who's gonna believe garbage like that?
If anyone should, it's his lawyers.
We're meeting with Okubo after this, right? You should just be honest with him. Tell him the case is unwinnable.
Are you two done here?
Yep. Can you show us the garage next? The one where Okubo-kun parked his truck. The service entrance, I think it was. That's the only other place we'll need to see today.
We'll need to take an elevator down there. Follow me.
I'm ready to go. Hey, Yagami, you're never gonna last if you keep taking criminal suits or a constant test of your They don't even pay that well.
Careful who you say that around.
Look, just take it from me. I've been around the block way... Looks like a regular old...
You'd make it out with no problem if you put a body into your truck down here. It's quiet.
It is.
Hey, Yagami, check this out. These are the carts they use to collect sheets and linens. Day of the crime, Okubo was all over the hospital with one of these things. It would have been simple for him to sneak a body in there and cart it right out.
Maybe so. Well, where was Okubo parked on the day of the incident?
Oh, the truck was parked here, with the back facing the elevator. Here's a recreation of it.
I see.
DNA evidence from the victim was found in the flatbed of the truck. That's proof enough that the body was there. And when they confronted Okubo, he flat out admitted it.
There was evidence that the body was in Okubo's truck. When was Waku-san last seen?
Just before 8 a.m. on the day of the...
Yeah, 7:50 to be precise. An ADDC scientist will be... He claims he saw him nice and cozy and...
I see. Can we talk to...
I tried to get an appointment, but they shut me down. Said they don't want us interfering with...
They're not willing to make an exception this...
This isn't an issue you want to push, Yagami. Worst case scenario, you get charged...
All right. Anyway...
That's right. Breakfast is at 8 o'clock, so the patients who can walk up on the day of his disappearance, 8:30 came and went...
You thought you'd find him quickly. Didn't
Right.
Got that, Yagami? All we know is... Waku was taken out of his room sometime between 7:50 when he was last seen, and 8:30 when everyone noticed he was gone. During that 40-minute span, somebody suffocated Waku and stuffed him into the laundry bin. Nobody suspected there was a body in the cart. And the only clear culprit was Okubo, the man in charge of the laundry. To further back this up, DNA evidence from Waku was found in Okubo's truck. And when the police questioned Okubo, he confessed to burying the body in the mountains of Okutama. 3 months after the crime, Waku's corpse was finally found. With me? This thing's airtight, Yagami. I know you're getting into this, but come on. Just give it up already. You don't have a chance.
Even though Okubo says he's innocent, I promised him we'd do everything we could.
Not my problem. You shouldn't make...
Fine, then I'll do it alone.
Even if I'm not, the loss will hurt Genda-sensei.
I'm sorry, but our client says he's innocent. I can't back...
If you like, I could take you to see...
You don't mind? I thought... Waku-san was here until the morning.
Are you finished?
Not yet. I wonder how well you can see in here from... The window's sealed shut. There's... Yeah.
How long will Okubo-san sentence?
Huh?
If he's found guilty.
Probably 10 years, maybe...
And what if he confesses? Would they shorten his sentence?
Well, at the very least, it'd make a better impression than insisting...
But you're still going to push an innocent plea? Even though Okubo-san is the one who'll...
If he's really not guilty, he won't have to. But to be perfectly honest, this is my...
What?
Civil cases have been a mixed bag for me, too. I've actually...
Is that so?
Apparently, a smart lawyer would never even consider an innocent plea in this. Guess it's a good thing that I'm not so smart then. Because I honestly believe... Terasawa-san, were you close to Okubo?
I spoke to him pretty often, yes. I would see him...
And what did you think of him? Did he seem like the kind of guy?
I'm sorry. The director told us not to...
Wait! If you know anything that can help, I'll do whatever it takes to set Okubo... But I can't do it alone. Just... Just now, we went to the ADDC. Thought I should have a look at things with my own eyes.
And? How did it go?
There's no chance you walk. You're practically a lost cause.
Hey.
Yagami-sensei, is that what you think?
It's like this, Okubo. You tell me you're innocent, and I'll fight to the end. I really have nothing to lose by helping you out.
It's just like I told you. Whoever did it is framing me.
On the day of the crime, you were in the general ward at the ADDC, yes? Starting at 8 a.m., you went around to each room and gathered the linens.
Yes. Nobody would dispute that.
And after that, you covered Waku-san's nose and mouth, suffocated him, and then carted him out in the laundry bin.
That's not true. Waku-san wasn't there when I went into his room. I didn't see him at all that day. You have to believe me.
And I do. So when you went down to leave the center at 10 a.m. after gathering the linens, you realized there was a body hidden in the truck.
Yes. That's what happened.
Then, after debating whether or not to report the body, you chose to hide it in the mountains.
I had a criminal assault on my record. I knew the police...
Aren't you forgetting the bad blood you had with Waku-san?
Huh? Bad blood?
3 days before the murder, Waku-san claimed Okubo-kun here. They told me all about it at the center.
When did you even ask?
While you were busy chatting up Even if I bitch about it, I'm still dead.
Well, Okubo-kun?
Not quite. They call it delusion. It's a symptom of dementia. You think something's been stolen from you, then blame the not the easiest thing to deal with. Someone accuses you of theft for no reason? So when Waku-san tried to hit you, you just about hit him.
But I didn't hit him.
No.
I wouldn't kill a man over something.
Come on, Okubo-kun.
It wasn't me. Please, you have to believe me. Whoever...
Calm down.
Yagami-sensei.
I do.
Okay.
Fine. I can take a hint. You and Yagami-sensei.
Hey. You know that nurse? Sounded like she was worried about you. Bet you'd have a chance with her once you get out of here.
I don't know.
So Shintani just left you hang. He's got to learn some damn...
Maybe so. But this is my case now.
Huh.
Yagami-san. Have you seen Mafia lately?
Where's this coming from?
She's just not that great. I suggest you be more
Right.
You mean that friend of yours? She's got Shintani all wrong. Said he'd have been nicer to you if he knew you had friends who looked like her.
Hey, nothing's official yet. Regardless, keep it on the down low.
Yet? That word says more.
Mafia-kun's a prosecutor, right? Isn't it kind of taboo for her to...
Can we not do that?
Either way, guess the Okubo case comes first.
That's the plan.
What is your plan here? This isn't gonna...
Well, I'm working on that. there's one piece of evidence that's still...
Yeah?
DNA sample they found from Waku. It was in the flatbed of the truck Okubo.
Right. That's why they went after.
As for Waku-san's body, it was hidden in the pile of sheets that had been loaded. He said he noticed it when he was just about to...
And then he panicked and buried the body. As I've seen, he's admitted to that much.
Yes, but he insists he...
Maybe so, but you're gonna... Did we get anything else? Like, maybe a DNA?
No.
Well, that's a shame.
That's not my point, though. The evidence...
That evidence won't win you the case.
What the hell's your problem?
Was that Shintani?
I think so.
Get back here!
That bastard. Oh, he's eavesdropping on you.
What the hell?
I tried to stop.
Hey! Wait up! You won't get away. Hold up! You won't get away. Hold up! A woman?
Help! Someone help me!
Aren't you Terasawa-san?
Let me go!
We got a groper out here? Scum of the earth! Not on my watch, you son of a bitch!
Can all lawyers fight like that?
Did you really need to run away like that? I assume you came to see...
There was something I wanted to talk to you about, yes. Then that pig-headed friend of yours started shouting, so I just lost it.
Okay, but did you have to tase him? Not that he didn't have it coming. Anyway, I'm listening if you... No matter what it is, I'll keep... Anything you tell me will fall under client attorney privilege.
Well, you know the witness who last saw Walk said he saw him sleeping in his bed?
Uh-huh.
Well, that witness is a man by the name of Shono-san. He's one of the scientists at the ADDC. Not only that, but he's the director...
And this is him?
Yes. He's a very dedicated doctor, so the nurses have it. Something felt off when I heard what he had to say about the incident.
And what's that?
I guess I'm just skeptical as to whether or not he actually saw Waku-san. I don't think he's intentionally deceiving us, but he may be mistaken. And if I had to guess, I'd say the other nurses...
Still, why hasn't anyone mentioned this until now?
How could we? Nurses talking about a doctor, that's not something a nurse could do without consequences. And if it came...
None of you would testify?
Maybe the other nurses wouldn't, but I would. I never really fit in over there anyway.
Yeah?
I think Okubo-san is innocent.
Oh, really? Sounds like I've finally gotten out.
I'm currently employed as a researcher at the... Part of our research consists of clinical tests we perform. On the day of the crime, I was making my usual rounds through the ward.
And what time was that?
Around...
You're sure?
Yes. The patients, I always head to the break room myself. Right around then, too.
This break room, to be precise?
That's correct. Our more mobile patients walk there for breakfast. Instead, then, while the nurses help the patients eat, I ask about how they...
And on the day of Waku-san's disappearance, you passed by his room?
Yes.
And in that room, you saw Waku-san lying on...
Yes.
Can you describe the situation to us as you...
The door has a window, so...
And this is the room you're referring to?
That's correct. From where I was standing in the hallway, he was asleep. With a blanket.
And what time was that?
Around...
No further questions.
Yagami-sensei. Why did
she actually ask to testify?
Not really.
Terasawa-san, you were present for Shono-san's testimony.
Yes.
And what is your opinion on that?
For a scientist, I felt his wording was rather and as a medical professional, I felt his...
Could I ask you to be a little more specific?
Our witness, Shono-san, claims he saw Waku-san sleeping in it. However, there's no way he could have known that just by looking in from the hall.
I have evidence supporting Terasawa-san's testimony. Please look at this. It's a photograph of the victims. In other words, this is what Shono-san was lying when...
Excuse me?
What he saw from the door was likely he couldn't have been able to identify it. So to claim as much in his testimony seems like...
But common sense would dictate otherwise, would it not? Who would be...
The staff nurses are trained to always enter a room when checking. In Waku-san's case, it's impossible to tell anything just by... There was actually one time a while back where we thought he was under the... only to find Waku-san eating in the break room a second later. And upon re-examining the room, we realized that we had mistaken a bunch of...
The witness makes an important distinction. The prosecution asserts that Shono-san... that the victim was taken out of his room at some point between 7... They claim that because of this time frame, the defendant must have smuggled Waku-san's body out. But if Shono-san's testimony is invalid, we have to consider the possibility that Waku-san was taken in the middle of the night, after which the killer could have waited until the morning to plant the body. In other words, the defense establishes that there is reasonable doubt that Okubo is rendering the prosecution's central... Your Honor, Taking this new testimony into account, I'd like to call Shono-san back to the stand for... Shono-san.
Yes?
I'll get right to the point. On the day of the crime, what did...
I saw Wakusan.
And did you get a clear look at his...
I don't...
So it's possible that it could have been someone other than Waku... Or maybe even a pillow that you mistook. Isn't that right?
Objection! The defense is leading the witness.
Sustained. Please rephrase the...
Shono-san, can you say without a doubt that Waku-san was... Then the defense rests. But I do have a quick remark for the...
Huh?
The charges against my client stem from your assertion that he's assuming the crime took place within the state. However, the defense has proven without a doubt that Shono-san's testimony is unreliable. I would suggest then that you withdraw the charges against my... With such inconclusive evidence, you'll only be wasting the...
The prosecution does not consider the witness's testimony. His memory of the incident may be fuzzy, yes. But that's...
So, your whole case is based on a fuzz... This promising young man's future is at stake, and you're willing to throw that away.
Dr. Shono is a bright and... After watching his own grandmother develop dementia, he vowed to create it after paying his own way through medical school. He went day after day. Dr. Shono visits his sick patients, leading to his valiant testimony. If you want to know whether I trust this man...
In other words, because he's such a great researcher, his testimony is infallible. His own admission that he's not sure is that the sum of it? Because from here, it sounds like you're putting your faith in Shono-san's title.
The prosecution is not as easily swayed as... And you want to talk reputation? What if your clients... 6 years ago, the defendant broke his girlfriend's finger. And the cause? A minor... Now, fast forward to what occurred a few days prior. Waku-san, suspecting the defendant of stealing his wallet, lashed out given the clearly violent nature of Okubo-san here. That alone would be motivated.
Is something wrong, ma'am? Please remain Terasawa-san?
Okubo-san is not a violent person. And he hasn't even had a drink in over 6 years. Not a single drop since the incident.
My court will not stand for this commotion.
He didn't blame Waku-san at all. He knew that the outburst was just caused by his dementia. That it was all the sickness's fault. So there was no reason for him to resort to murder.
Terasawa-san, please.
Okubo-san really is an incredible, caring person.
Please leave this courtroom at once.
You're right that he may be hard to approach, but he's a kind soul, and he always keeps his promises. Okubo-san's not the only person in this courtroom who would be affected by a guilty verdict, either. As a matter of fact, it would break my heart. And even through it all, he wanted me to keep this a secret, not to tell anyone, not even his lawyer, that we were dating. Ended up in prison. Making sure I was safe was the only thing in the world he cared about. That's just who he is. But when the prosecution has already decided he's a criminal, how could he possibly be given a fair trial?
Her little outburst wasn't technically admissible, but as the trial dragged on, it hung over the jury like a stone. And in the end, Shinpei Okubo was found not guilty. But only a month after his release, everything changed. The same girl who had so bravely proclaimed Okubo's innocence died by the man's own hand. Hi.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing, Vice Minister.
But
I haven't seen you in about 3 years, Kido-san. I see you're still the director.
You look familiar, but I can't quite place the name. I seem to recall you looking sharper.
I'm a detective based in Kamurocho now. The name's Yagami.
Ah, I remember now. You're the reason Terasawa-kun's no longer with us. Remember, Shono?
Okubo-san was unstoppable. If only my testimony had been better.
Shono-san, right?
Does it matter? What brings you here anyway?
I'm investigating a murder, and I'll need your cooperation with it. Just like old times.
Yes, I see. Yes. Thank you. It does seem we received a phone call from this Shintani-san you speak of.
Do you know who he was calling?
Dr. Shono.
The same Shono-san you were just with?
Yes. However, it's unclear as to what the point of the call was meant to be. Shono was away from his desk at the time, you see, and Shintani-san didn't leave a message.
You have no idea what he wanted to talk about?
None. Shono says he doesn't know a Shintani-san, and sees no reason why he would be calling.
Oh, really?
Shono and I co-authored the research paper on AD9. We're quite well known, as it turns out. Sometimes complete strangers pretend to be close friends or relatives in order to contact us. Perhaps Shintani-san fell into that category.
Have you heard of the mole murders taking place in Kamurocho, Dr. Kido? 3 Yakuza, each one with their eyes gouged out. It's a grisly business. Shintani was killed in the same way.
I've seen the news.
Can you think of anything tying the ADDC to those murders?
Huh? Look, just what are you implying? Look, I believe we're done here. There's nothing I can help you with.
Please stop! You can't!
Who are you?
Detective Kuroiwa, Kamuro Police, Organized Crime. One of your guests here has information related to the case I'm currently investigating. That would be you, Yagami. I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder of the lawyer Masamichi Shintani.
Is that so?
The mole's latest victim was the lawyer, Shintani. The last call he made brings the case that ruined Yagami 3 years ago back to the surface. A patient was taken from a hospital and found buried in the mountains. Yagami defended the suspect, Shinpei Okubo, and got an acquittal. But 1 month later, he murdered his girlfriend Emi Terasawa with a kitchen knife and burned the remains.
I'd like to speak to you as a material witness to the murder of the lawyer.
Is that so?
I'm Hoshino, an attorney at... Officer, is this interview voluntary?
It is.
It's your call, Yagami-san.
I think I'll pass.
Excuse me?
You have your answer, sir.
You can make this easier if you come now.
Your empty threats don't mean much to a lawyer.
Can you take this elsewhere?
Too bad he's not a lawyer anymore. Your friend's nothing. Just come along quietly. I'll come back with a wolf.
Why do you suspect me anyway? I bet you don't even have...
I can come up with a few good...
Enough! Get the hell out of here.
You'll regret this, young.
Hiroyo-san. You two, out.
Before we go, can we speak to Shono-san for... We need to know why Shintani...
Listen, I already told you he doesn't know. Now.
No problem.
This is really getting out of hand. I can't believe that detective thinks you're a material...
Yeah. I don't know what he's... What I'm more interested in is how he even knew where to find...
That's a good point. How would the police know we...
Beats me. For now, let's focus on Shono, though. It would be a waste coming here and...
Agreed. Let's see... What?
Can I help you?
Actually, I've already been here. I was...
Oh, of course.
Well, not exactly. I'd actually like to speak to... Where would I be able to find him?
Let me see. That should be the
Probably need a gold keycard to get in there, huh?
That's correct, sir. I should be able to lend. Just give me a moment to ask.
Actually, never mind. Kido-san seemed pretty busy earlier. I'll try back later.
Are you sure, sir?
Good call. There's no chance Kido-san would let us in.
At least now we know where Shono...
Yeah. I wonder if there's a... The service entrance parking. This is where Okubo... Hey. What the... This leads to the research wing. The receptionist said he would be in the... Huh.
Hey, suspicious. This goes over to the hospital. I think Waku-san was up on the... Hey. Director Kito's office. Hey, suspicious. Some kind of security gate, huh? The research wing must be just past there. What the? This is where we are now, the ADDC lobby.
Excuse...
Yes, ma'am?
This is one of Shono-san's researchers. She was just about to return to the lab.
Oh?
My name's Hashimoto. I can show you into Dr. Shono's...
Are you sure?
Of course.
Great.
Wonderful. Hashimoto-san...
Thank you.
Right this way.
I really appreciate this, Hashimoto-san. I'm Yagami.
And I'm Hoshino, from the Genda Law Office. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm glad to help a guest of Director Kito's.
This place is so massive, you practically need a tour guide to get around. I hope you're okay with walking.
So, Hashimoto-san, what kind of work do you...
I'm part of the team developing 89. Dr. Shono is the head of that team, but I'm pretty new around here.
Speaking of...
Well, the AD comes from the name of the Advanced Drug Development, and it's the 9th drug our department's developed.
Oh,
It'll be the first dementia-curing drug on the market. Seems like it's really getting fast-tracked, but there's a lot riding on this one.
That's right. Do you know how many?
A couple 100,000, at least.
Right. As of 2012, there were 4...
That many?
By 2025, that number will increase to at least 7 million. But that's 1 in every 9 people.
Yikes.
However, as a nation, we're already at capacity in caring for these patients. In many cases, people over 60 are stuck looking after their dementia-struck parents in their own homes. Worldwide, it's estimated there will be 135 million patients by the year 2050. It's staggering. In other words, AD9 could save the world. This could be a real miracle.
I gotta say, this is making me feel kinda bad about how we treated Kido-san back there.
Director Kido will go down in history if we achieve this.
A lot's changed in 3 years. The bastard's really made a name for himself.
Be nice.
Dr. Shono is right over there. Well, if you'll excuse me.
Shono-san.
Yagami-san? But, how did you get in here?
Hey, calm down.
I can't do that. Kido-san doesn't know you.
Is there a problem?
Ichinose.
I've never heard you raise your voice, Shono-san.
Aren't you the guy from the...
My name is... I'm here from the Ministry of Health, offering political support to AD9's development.
Kido-san called you Vice Minister.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Pretty lofty for a Vice Minister. You can boss scientists around, but I'm not biting.
So I see.
Shono-san, please. I just need a few minutes to talk. We'll leave right after we're done, promise.
I already told you, I can't. Not without Kido-san here.
I need you to tell me, why did Shintani call you?
Shintani? I've never heard that name in my life.
This is important, Shono. You...
Please! Now get out of here. I'm calling direct...
Do what you want. Just let me... After Shintani was murdered, the killed 3 other near-identical... Are you aware of that?
Of course I am.
And you still have no idea why Shintani...
No, I don't.
What the... What are you doing here?
Kido-san.
I believe I told you to leave.
I wanted to ask about Shintani.
About which I already said
And I needed to hear that from him.
Enough. Call security.
We were just leaving. Come on, Hoshino-kun.
I'll be filing a complaint with the Bar Association, under the Minister's name.
The Minister of Health?
That's right. Minister Kazami expects great things from AD9. And he won't tolerate distractions from your ilk.
I feel like we came up empty-handed. Why would Shintani-sensei have called Shono-san? Yagami-san?
That wasn't the first time I've heard about Minister Kazami.
Huh?
When was it, though? Who was talking to me about the Ministry of Health? It must have been Ayabe. I definitely remember him mentioning. We were talking about how apparently they're being used as muscle for a construction company called... A while back, Chairman Kajihira himself was going around, and one of the people he met with was now...
Huh.
You'd think he'd go to the Ministry of Land, though. What would he gain from meeting...
That's true. Do you think it
I don't know. Depends on what...
In that case, maybe our Kajihira expert can help.
Who?
Sugiura-san.
Oh, yeah.
So, you want to know how Kajihira and...
Yeah. Any way you can...
Not really sure, but...
Thanks.
You're still at the ADDC, yeah? Just give me some time.
Oh, Yagami-san. I'm gonna head back to the office. Apparently, a journalist named Hattori barged into the office.
Me?
It sounds like he's looking into Shintani since... Anyway, I'll go ahead.
You'll be Genda-sensei's ace attorney before...
Nah, I don't know if I'm ready.
Why?
Too much responsibility for a guy.
Okay.
I don't know that it will. Being a professional sidekick for the rest of my life...
Hmm? Huh? Huh? Yep. Choice. Really, guys? Hmm? What's up?
Doc. Doc.
Huh?
Kaito!
Hmm? Hmm? Hmm. Hmm?
Yo.
Yep. Hmm. Yep.
Kaito! 相棒